and welcome. You're watching Next IAS English. My throat is in a bad shape today, so excuse my voice. But as we always say that preparation shouldn't stop. So here we are discussing another topic, which is Supreme Court Committee recommends phase creation of Goa Tiger Reserve. Now, as we all know that Supreme Court recommended a committee for this whole case of Goa Tiger Reserve. So let's understand what this case is. Moving forward, first let us understand the UPSC relevance of this topic. Let us understand why this is important for civil services examination. So first of all, this topic is very important for GS paper 3, which is environment and ecology. So tiger reserves, protected area under governance, biodiversity conservation, landscape ecology, human wildlife conflict, all these topics are covered under this topic, as well as GS paper 2, which is polity and governance. Also it is again very important. Why? Because judicial oversight involving the Supreme Court, Bombay High Court, as well as Central Empowered Committee, which is CEC. Now CEC again is the committee which was recommended by the Supreme Court for this whole case. Now let us understand the prelims relevance of this topic. Tiger reserves in India, Western Ghats biodiversity, NTCA guidelines, core buffer concepts, all these are very important keywords that you need to read upon. And for mains, let us understand environmental federalism, people-forest interface, ecological corridors with Kali Tiger Reserve, challenges in declaring new Tiger Reserve. So again, very important key points for mains perspective also. Now this is also important due to Western Ghats ecological sensitivity, UNESCO World Heritage Site status and interstate habitat connectivity. Again, I have given you most important keywords here in these 3 lines. You can take a screenshot if you want and just go through these important keywords for your prelims and mains examinations. Moving forward, let us understand the background of the whole topic. So what exactly is the issue? Let us come to that. Supreme Court appointed Central Empowered Committee CEC examined the proposal to create a tiger reserve in Goa. Now Supreme Court appointed a CEC committee for this tiger reserve to be made in Goa. Now this matter arose after Goa government challenged a Bombay High Court on July 2023 order maintaining notification of 5 protected areas as a tiger reserve. Now Bombay High Court said that there are 5 areas that should be made tiger reserve in Goa, but the Goa government challenged that order, and they claimed that Goa government initially claimed that the impact will be on 1 lakh people if 5 tiger reserves have been declared in Goa. So later they corrected it to 1,274 households across 33 villages. So that is what Goa government claimed. Now the 5 protected areas are, let us understand, Mahadei WLS, Bhagwan Mahavir WLS, Bhagwan Mahavir National Park, Netravali WLS, Kotigao WLS. Now these are the 5 areas which are asked to make the tiger reserve. Moving forward, let us talk about the tiger population assessment. Now let us understand what is the assessment of tiger population, how many tigers are there in Goa. So Goa claimed absence of resident tigers. Now what are resident tigers? The tigers that live in Goa. They said that there are no resident tigers here, but there are tigers of transient movement. That means that from Karnataka, the tigers move to Goa. Sometimes they do the transient movement, but they are not resident tigers. But Karnataka's Kali Tiger Reserve hosts a stable breeding tiger population, which is according to the NTCA data. So the NTCA data says that Kali Tiger Reserve, which is very close to Goa, holds a stable breeding tiger population. Now Goa's forests form ecological corridors aiding tiger dispersal, and CEC also noted that internal contradictions in Goa's affidavits on tiger presence and habitat suitability are there, and then the region lies in the Western Ghats. Now again, as I've already mentioned, that Goa has very important biodiversity hotspot, which is Western Ghats, which is a global biodiversity hotspot and a UNESCO heritage landscape as well. Moving forward, let us understand the CEC phased conservation approach. Now let us understand what is the approach that CEC has recommended in this whole case. Now the recommended is a phased notification, which means that all this thing will be done in phases, and now the first phase will be done. The first phase is areas directly contiguous with Kali Tiger Reserve to form a core zone. Now the areas which share a border with Kali Tiger Reserve, they will form a core zone, and this core zone which has less number of people, which will impact less number of people, these core zones will be declared as tiger reserve initially. So the adjoining areas that link with Kali tiger reserves buffer zone to become Goa's buffer zone. Now there will be one core zone and then there will be a buffer zone. Let us understand the criteria which has been applied in this core zone and buffer zone. Low population density, less people will be there. High ecological integrity will be high. Verified wildlife movement corridors, so there will be verified wildlife movement corridors, and compliance with NTCA tiger reserve management protocols as well. Moving forward, let us understand the proposed core and buffer demarcation. Let us understand what are the proposed core zones and buffer zones. So the core zones, which is phase 1, are Netravali WLS, which has approximately 50 households, then Kotigaon WLS, which has approximately 41 households, and then the combined area of these two is 296.7 square kilometers. Now the buffer zone areas are northern part of Bhagwan Mahavir WLS. This has 9 households, part of Bhagwan Mahavir National Park, which has 2 households, and the additional area is 171 square kilometers. Now it is important to understand that the total proposed Goa Tiger Reserve area is 468.60 square kilometers, which is contiguous with 1345 square kilometers of the Kali Tiger Reserve landscape. Alright, moving forward, let us talk about the Mahadei Sanctuary and remaining concerns. Now, why Mahadei WLS is the most important area in all these 5 areas is because they have the most number of households. So, Mahadei WLS is 208 square kilometers with 612 households, largest human inhabited section, and it shares limited boundary with the Kali Tiger Reserve buffer. So, it doesn't share a lot of boundary with it, making immediate notification unsuitable. So, the immediate notification should not happen for Mahadei WLS. CEC suggested delayed inclusion after thorough stakeholder consultation and socio-ecological assessment. They have delayed the inclusion, and combined Goa Kali landscape forms an 1814 square kilometer continuous conservation unit vital for gene flow, dispersal and long-term tiger viability. So, again this becomes important, and it shares a limited boundary. That is why there is a delayed inclusion which has been recommended by the CEC. So, we have already covered all the aspects of this topic. Now, let us move forward to the MCQ for revision. So, we have already covered this in the video. So, let's see who was listening attentively. The question is, which body approves the creation of a new tiger reserve in India? A. National Board of Wildlife. B. Forest Survey of India. C. National Tiger Conservation Authority NTCA. D. Central Zoo Authority. Do answer this in the comment section below, and let's see who will be able to answer correctly. We are going to pin the comments, we are going to reply to the comments, so answer wisely. And that is it for today. We have covered this topic multidimensionally. If you enjoyed today's video, do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much. I will see you in another deep dive video. Bye bye, take care.